What differentiated patricians from plebeians? Have you ever wondered what set the patricians apart from the plebeians in ancient Rome? This distinction is fascinating and reveals much about Roman society and culture. The primary difference lies in their social status, which was determined by birth. Patricians were the aristocratic upper class, often seen as the founding families of Rome. In contrast, plebeians were the common people, including farmers, laborers, merchants, and craftsmen. This social divide was hereditary. One's class was fixed by ancestry, meaning wealth or achievements could not change it. Patricians had exclusive rights to political and religious offices in early Rome. They controlled the Senate and held major magistracies, giving them significant influence over governance and religious life. On the other hand, plebeians, despite being the majority of the population, were initially excluded from these positions and had limited political power. Economically, patricians were often wealthy landowners. They could afford slaves to work their estates. Plebeians typically worked as small-scale farmers, artisans, or laborers. Some owned modest land, but many depended on patrician landowners for employment. Over time, patricians sometimes expanded their wealth by acquiring plebeian land and using slave labor to increase their estates. Social customs reinforced this divide. For example, marriage between patricians and plebeians was originally forbidden to maintain class boundaries. This prohibition was lifted in for 145 years before Christ by the Lex Canulea, which allowed intermarriage. However, the children of such unions were usually given patrician status only if the father was patrician. As Rome evolved, the strict separation began to blur. Political reforms gradually extended rights to plebeians, allowing them to hold office and participate more fully in Roman governance. Some plebeian families even rose to wealth and prominence, rivaling patrician families. Despite this, the legal distinction based on birth remained significant for centuries. Patricians maintained a privileged status in society. In summary, the difference between patricians and plebeians lay in birthright, political privilege, and social status. Patricians were the hereditary elite with exclusive access to power and religious roles. Plebeians were the broader common populace who initially lacked these privileges but gradually gained political rights over time. This social structure shaped much of Roman society and culture, influencing everything from governance to family life.